the final four. There's a lot of fours in the requirements. Okay, so we've got exactly 4 countries, regions, nations, exactly 4 from the same country, 4 from one club, 4 rares, and then just 70 rating and 15 chem. Gives you a mixed players pack, which I know isn't great, but it's going to get you towards the 100k pack for completing the group. So definitely worth doing. It's only 2k, obviously no position changes as per usual. So we're going to get into it right now, and as we get into it, I'm going to remind you about our sponsors, Eneba. I just want to thank them for sponsoring all of the advanced SBCs this year. You can check them out in the description if you want any cheap PSN codes, Xbox codes, or PC codes. So going to get our first 2 players in now. We are going to have these 2 both from Denmark. We're going to go with Graves, Simon Graves, it might be pronounced Graves, I don't know, and then Daniel Hoeg for 150. So what you want here is to get a perfect link, okay guys? Make sure you get a perfect link. It doesn't have to be Danish, it could be any nation, and try and get some high rated silvers for it, for a perfect link here, okay, between the centre back. So again, I'm going to reiterate because people didn't really understand on the give me 5 one, even though I said it a few times. Make sure it's a perfect link, but it doesn't have to be this exact perfect link, okay? So, moving on, we're going to have 4 rare players, and what I'd recommend is you get 4 rare players that are all from the same nation and region. Sorry, they're all from the same region and league, and make sure that at least, well, there's at least 1 perfect link in here. So I've gone with Scotland, and we're going to use these 4 right here. Again, I'm going to reiterate again. I'm going to keep doing it, but just so people here make sure that you don't use these players if they become expensive. Just get players from the same league or even a different league that work. Okay, if you need any help with leagues that you want me to recommend, just let me know down below. So I've got Murray Davidson. You can see him for 150 here, playing for St Johnstone. He perfect links with our striker here, Chris Kane, who's also 150. Make sure you get Chris and not Harry. And then we've got Greg Kilty in his 4-star weak foot right here, playing for, I think that's St Mirren. And then to finish off this little area here from Kilmarnock, we've got Rory McKenzie again for 150 coins. And you can see, guys, we only need 15 chem, we're already up to 14. So doing pretty well. So we're going to go to goal. We're going to go in goal next. And when using silvers, there is one very easy thing to do, and that is to go with the Copa Sudamericana players. And we're going to have Gonzalez in goal, because these silvers, they're not very competitive, because they don't come up when you search for silvers. So basically no one buys them. So Ignacio Gonzalez is going in goal for just 150 coins, which is pretty nice if you ask me. And then we're going to have a few Argentinian players in there as well, okay? So we are going to have, if I can get them, we're going to have this guy here, Castellani for 150. I know he's out of position, I'm aware of that, but we're putting him anyway. Okay, he's going to go and chill right there. Gonzalo Castellani for 150 coins. If I go through any of these too quickly, guys, just let me, just pause the video, put it on a lower speed or whatever, because I know a few people have let me know they've had that problem in the past. So Augustin Fontana is our next player for 150 coins. Again, there's a lot of Argentinian strikers you can use from Sudamericana if he becomes expensive. A lot of them are high rated too, so you shouldn't have a problem there. And then we're going to have 1 gold here. This one is really, really easy to get. We are going to go with Pizzella right here. He gets quite a lot of rating for us. He also gets our Argentine chem, which means we're up to 16 chem. So Jamant Pizzella there for 300 coins. We can go in and out so you can see the chem ratings on the players because it hasn't updated. That's becoming more of an issue for some reason right now. And then just to finish off, you need an Argentine or a Danish player right here. You could go Chile as well, but I'd recommend going Argentine or Danish if they're goals just to get through. So I'm going to put it on Danish just because I've got a few in my club. I'm going to go with Joachim Andersen, but Paulson is a really, really good cheap one for just 300 coins if you don't have one. So yeah, I've gone with Joachim Andersen, you can see him there, but I'd recommend going for Paulson. So we're going to submit that out and finish off the SBC. Time for 6 of the best, okay? This one is exactly 6 countries, regions, nations, whatever you want to call them. 3 from the same nation, max 3 from one club, and then 75 rating and 18 chem. It gives you a small prime gold players pack, and of course that is untradeable. No position changes here, 2.7k. Right, let's get into it, and obviously I'm going to remind you about our sponsors, Eneba. You'll know at this point, if you watch a lot of the videos, I am going to go to, actually not a nation, we're going to go with French League first. But yeah, Eneba do cheap codes for PSN, Xbox, PC, whatever you want to see. These are all gold players as well, so I should probably put that on. We are going to be using, I can't see any of them yet, we're going to be using Gomez in goal. That is Alfred Gomez for just 300 coins. He's going to go in goal. And then up front, we have got a strike force of Kevin Gamiro and Kalimwendo. They're going to be our 2 strikers for this one. So we've got Kevin Gamiro here, 300 coins for him, and then we've got Arnaud Kalimwendo there for 300 coins as well. So Kalimwendo and Gomez obviously get a strong link, a link for being the same club, and then just get yourself another French striker from the league to play next to Kalimwendo. So I went with Gamiro because he's the easiest to get, the most readily available. So next up, we just need a French player that is 77 rated or above here. So I'd go with a common. I think a really, really good one to get is Lopez, who you saw there, is pretty good. Or Lecomte, they can't be from the French league, just bear that in mind. So I've gone with Benjamin Lecomte there for 300 coins. I'm going to go in and out so you can see the chemistry because it's not loaded in properly. So there we go, there's the chem. You can see 3, 3 and 2 now. Quite nice actually. So on we go. We are going to Romania next, actually. And you don't need to use Romania here, guys. I'd recommend Romania because it's quite a cheap one. But you want to use one that has 2 silvers at least. And there's 1 perfect link and 1 strong link. So I'm going to start off here with Gabriel Iancu there. I think I've said that okay for 200 coins. Our right back is going to be this guy here, Bobok, who plays for SCSB. Obviously, West Ham played against them recently. And then we're going to finish. He's got 5-star week for it. I thought he did for a second there. And we're going to finish off this little kind of triangle here with De Luca, who also plays for the same club. He plays for FCSB, and again, he was 200 coins. Alright, so moving on from them, as I said, you don't need to use those exact ones. Just try and get players from the same league and get a perfect link in there. We're going to go to the Swedish league, and here you just want a perfect link between a silver and a bronze. So I've gone with Hugo Larsson for 150 coins, and then I've also gone with Olsen for 150 coins. Martin Olsen, that is there. But yeah, just get any Malmo player that's I'd recommend getting Olsen. He's really easy to get, and then just get a Malmo player that's a CM or one of the centre backs and put them in, because our 2 centre backs don't actually link to anyone. Those are going to be Ben White, if I can get him in. He should be round here somewhere. It's going to be Ben White, obviously, who plays for Arsenal. You guys are familiar with him for England as well. 350 coins for him, very easy to get. And you can see we need 1 more league, and we need 1 more nation, and we need 4 ratings. So all you need is an 80 rated gold here, guys, from a nation you haven't yet used. One that I'd recommend very heavily is Hosselu. He's a really, really good one to use. I'm going to be using him for this one, but there's loads you can use. You should have an 80 rated in your club who's from a nation you haven't used yet. So Jose Luis Santamalin Mato, known as Hosselu, in he goes. So that's our squad, guys. Going to send it off now. We are focusing here on Elite 8. It requires exactly 8 nations, who could have guessed. 2 players from the same country, max 3 from 1 club, 5 rares, and then 21 chem, and obviously they have to be gold. For a 50k pack, guys, this is 4.6k. This is ridiculously priced. Most of our players are going to be from the Turkish league, the Super League. And yeah, I will talk you through them. So, in goal, not surprising anyone, we're going to have Muslera. Fernando Muslera, 300 coins for him to get him from Galatasaray. And I'm just going to remind you guys while I put my next few players in, we are sponsored by Nebra as always. So if you want any cheap PSN codes, any Xbox codes, or PC codes for games, or just for subscriptions to PSN or whatever, make sure you get them down below. Luan Perez Petroloni is up next. He's 300 coins. And then one of our 5 rares is going to be the man on this side. It's going to be Jonas Svensson for 550 coins. In the middle, we are going to be having Victor Hugo. He's going in next. He gets a lovely little nation link there. It's not showing up, but he does have chem. Vitor Hugo. Francesoli Sal's of 350 coins. They really need to fix that thing where the chemistry doesn't show up. Our middle 3 is going to be these 3 here. Don't worry, I'm going to go into detail on them. I'm not just putting them in quickly like this. We're going to have Mia Zadik there for 300 coins. Frederick Mijuso for 300 coins. I've butchered that. And then Sergio Oliveira. It's Sergio Miguel Relvasti Oliveira, if you need the full name, for 300 coins. Then we've got 1 more player from this league, and that is going to be our man up front. That is going to be Enner Valencia, obviously used to play for West Ham. Not anymore, though. Enner Valencia, 600 coins for him. We're going to go in and out so that the chemistry shows up for you lot. And you can see now, we need 2 more nations and we need 3 more rares. So, I'd recommend Argentinian cams as a very, very good one to get 2 of your players from here. That's exactly what I did. I went with Almada and Acosta, but that Robertrone guy you can see there as well is brilliant. Because we've got chem guys, as you can see, we've already got the chem. It doesn't matter if these guys are in position or not. So I've gone with Luciano Acosta, who's got 5-star skills. Lovely to see, for 550 coins. And then back here we have got, with 4-star as well, Thiago Almada. The Argentines are really bringing it this year. And then all you need is a random rare from a nation you haven't used yet, who is gold. I'm going to go with Spain, because one that I found really, really cheap and easy to get, and one that was consistently cheap on the market I saw was Kappa for 550 on bid. So that's our squad, guys. Gonna submit it now, and we're gonna open a 50k pack. We're doing around the world this time, because we are knocking out. This one's not a 50k pack, this one is a 55k pack, okay? Which might not have as many players in it. It's going to have some great consumables for you to use at the start of the year. And as I've said in previous videos, I'm going to be doing the whole set for all the advanced SBCs, so stay tuned for that. So, we'll get into this one. It is no position changes, which is absolutely brilliant. 7.5k for my method. On Footbin, it's about 10, so good savings there. The requirements down the side, you need exactly 10 countries. This is literally the same as it was before, just obviously new chemistry. 8 rares, 8-1 rating. And then 2 chemistry on each player for 24 for Chem. I believe this one is the same on the web app as well. So let's get some players in. Here we go. So we're going to start in goal with Onana. Andre Onana, that is, from Inter. Obviously, he used to play for Ajax. Andre Onana there. 800 coins for him on a buy now. If you want to bid on these guys, they will be cheaper. I don't know why that didn't go in there. Seems to be taking a little while. There we go. So we'll get on to we'll get on to the defenders and then work our way forward. Because I've got a few long names to type in here, guys, I just want to remind you about our sponsors in there. But if you want any very, very cheap PSN codes, anything like that, any games, go check them out. But yeah, back to the SBCs. We've got Nikola Milenkovic in next. I was a bit worried it wasn't going to show up there, but we've got him. 450 coins for him. That was a bid. His buy now is about the same though. You can definitely bid cheaper on him though. Nikola Milenkovic there going in. I decided to go with non-resident backs where I could, just because they were a little bit cheap. So we're just going to put that on Gold Common Serie A, because our whole team is in the Serie A. Doesn't really matter too much. It's going to be Colli as our other player here. Omar Colli there for 300. This guy that I'm putting in next, you do not need, but he's just another one you can use. You saw him there. David Alkovic, you could use him instead if you wished, but yeah, do not put him in with the other two. That won't work. I'm just showing you an extra player there, just to be clear. Rafael Toloi is going in next, by far the cheapest rare back in the Serie A, by far the cheapest, and he's Italian too. So there you go, Rafael Toloi there, just 950 coins for him. That's really not too bad. We're going to move over to the right wing back now. We're going to be having Hateboer there. You can use Karlsdorp as well. They will both work. So we've got Hans Hateboer there. I'll just show you quickly. You can use Karlsdorp as well. Oh, there we go. Rick Karlsdorp, you can use him too. I haven't got him in my club right now, but you can see his name there in case you are thinking of using him. Onto the left wing back position, where we're obviously not using Rick Karlsdorp. We are going to be using a man that used to play for Chelsea. We're going to be using Davide Zappacosta. There he is there. Davide, named after the finest man on earth, Zappacosta. 400 coins for him. That was the bid. His buy now is 450. But yeah, you can see there, guys, we've got two players from Italy, so that's going to be the nation we're using twice. Makes a lot of sense considering Italy is like the home nation for this league. So moving on to the midfield, we're going to be using Alberto and Lobotka. I need to move Alberto into position because, as I said, there's no position changes. So here we go. Luis Alberto Romero Alcornel takes a lot of the rating, 850 by now. Can probably bid on him for 800, I believe. I think that's the cheapest you can get him. And then Stanislav Lobotka, 700 bid, but his buy now is only 750, 800. Looking like Jesse Pinkman right there, chilling at left CM. Right. Malinovsky is up next. You can use Palisic here as well. I don't think you can use Brahim because he's another Spanish player, but you can use Palisic instead of Ruslan Malinovsky if you want to. Malinovsky, brilliant cards last year, and at 850. Palisic, you can bid on for slightly cheaper. Malinovsky only goes to 800. This guy goes to 750. I can't remember how to spell his name, but he's another cam for Bergamo Calcio / Atalanta. And then up front, this one's really important. You get him in, get Duvan Zapata. Duvan Zapata there, 800 coins, get him in. And then next to him, you need either Arnautovic, Tammy Abraham, or the man that I've gone for, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. All three of those will work. Zlatan Ibrahimovic for 750 goes in right there, guys. If you've got any questions about this SBC, obviously let me know. You need any help, let me know. The web app is still a bit dodgy at the moment, so if you're on the web app, it might not work, but it should. We're going to open the pack now. I've got to go and find the pack now. We're a mega pack. There we go. I've got loads of objective packs just to show you what kind of stuff you could maybe be getting from this SBC. I don't know actually what the tells are for walkouts or not yet. It's going to be a right back. It's going to be Ricardo Pereira. I was hoping for Cancelo, but I think he's actually a left back on this game. Anyone else in here? We got Jete. That's, I mean, decent. Some okay cards in here. Not the best though. Got a little bit of luck. We got David Moyes, and we did get a Hunter Chem style and a Premier League badge, I think, which is great to see. So that's what I've got, guys. Hopefully your pack is going to be better than mine. I haven't had much luck with the SBC pack so far, but hopefully that will change. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and hopefully I'll see you soon for another video. Goodbye.